Hello, and thank you for clicking on my channel, California Legends Media. I'd like to thank all the subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell, so you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out if you like this type of content. So this video that I'm about to get going on, it's not nothing to laugh at, because someone, inevitably got hurt in the end. But let me start from the beginning. Now, we're starting a music program at this prison. It's the first yard at the prison, in the entire prison, to get the approval for the music program. So in order to buy instruments, because we have no instruments at all, in order to buy instruments, we need to here, excuse me, I guess you guys are gonna go for a ride with me, because the neighbors here have a little dog and he's not gonna let me do this video comfortably. Okay, so we don't have no instruments, but we do got the okay to have, get a music program going. So we start having sales. We have different sales. We have chicken sales, pizza sales. We have In-N-Out burger sales. But the best sale that we had was a rib sale. Okay. These were the entire rack of rib barbecued. And you could also buy a whole roasted chicken. Biscuits, muffins, cookies, cakes, chocolate cakes, sodas. I mean, this sale was top of the line, right? Now, when we received all of the food for our rib sale, we're setting up the room to start letting the inmates in to come and pick up their orders. Now keep in mind that all of this food is paid for, okay? We took the orders and everything, and they got paid for in advance when they got delivered to the prison. Now, a sergeant from another yard came over and put his 2 cents in as to what was going on. Now, his concern was that at another prison where he worked, inmates had gotten the bones from the ribs, and some inmates made weapons out of them. Well, we have authorization for this sale. Inmates already paid for their food, and we weren't advised as to whether or not they need to be a certain length, the bones need to be a certain length or anything. So basically what happened was they let us go ahead and hand out our food, right? And so we did. A lot of privileges that you have in prison and stuff that gets taken away because of the abuse or the misuse of the privilege, right? Well, true to form, inmates had saved some of these bones. I guess they got some ribs that had long bones in them, and they sharpened points on them, and they held them to be used as weapons. I'm not sure how effective that would be, but that's what they did. And it wasn't long after that we heard in one of the other buildings, these two dudes got off in their cell, and that rib bone that he sharpened ended up in his celly's neck. And that really made it hard for people to do ribs for a sale. And these ribs, they were delicious. They were fall off the bone ribs. And when you're in prison and you get something like that, it's a blessing, you know. There was a lot of food left over, ribs, chicken, cake, everything. So we divided it up. The guys in the music program divided it up. And I remember it was going to be count time, and I had to walk back to my building, and I was allowed to get whatever I could carry back to the building by myself. So I have 2 laundry bags full. I got one flung over my back, and the other one I'm dragging on the floor, full of sodas, 2 liters, whatever I could put in that bag that I thought wouldn't get damaged being drug across the yard. And I walked crouched over because that bag was so heavy on my back, and dragging that other bag along my side. And it took me a while, and I made like 2 stops to rest, but I got it back to my building. And I had this all my Sallys were younger than me, but I had this young Sally named Boxer, cool dude. And when I walked in there, he was laying up on his bunk, and he didn't get up to see what I had or nothing. I drug it in, and I'm like, "Hey, Sally, we came up." So I hand him a rack of ribs. I go, "Here, start with this." I gave him a rack of ribs. I go, "What kind of soda you want?" He told me. I grabbed a liter of that soda and I gave it to him. I go, "That's all you. Handle it." So I start finding places to put all this food, and then I start dividing up. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna give these to the Blaquero and let them get a spread going for the homies. I'm gonna give these to my homeboys from Maravilla. I'm gonna give these to this certain vato." I'm separating everything, right? This is for me and my Sally. I turned around and I looked at my Sally, and I'm not kidding you, man. He had a big old, like the Joker around his mouth of barbecue sauce, man. Ribs were flying in the air. He was tearing them ribs up. Man, he was enjoying those ribs like nobody's business, man. And anyways, later on we find out that dude ended up with a rib bone in his neck, So the next time we had a rib sale, all we did was, when we ordered them, we had them cut them in half, down the long way. So the bones were too small for anything, to be used for anything. There's 2 little pieces now, instead of one long piece, Nevertheless, that's what happened. That's how that rib bone ended up on this dude's neck. And we were able to salvage our rib sales by cutting them in half, It's a terrible thing, there's privileges sometimes, Some good things to enjoy. Imagine an In-N-Out burger while you're in prison. Not an In-N-Out, but 2 of them, 3 of them, with a liter of soda and fries. The truck pulls up to the yard, right off and you get it hot. They're making them on the truck and filling orders, It'd be a shame to lose something like that, Ribs, man, you never get ribs like that in prison, and to miss that up, there's different ways you can make a weapon. You don't need to make a rib bone shank, there's so many ways to make weapons. Why blow the ribs, that was something special. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. This is the story that I wanted to share about what took place with this whole thing. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Cherish your freedom, take care of it, guard it with your life, because it's very valuable, not only to us, but the ones we loved, our kids, our wives, our parents, people who love us. We need to be out here for them, to help them. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video.